Their hysterical laughter and their feeding habits have earned them one of the worst reputations of any animal in Africa. They're said to be scavengers, loathsome, skulking, scowling scavengers at that. Their presence near human habitation is believed to bring death, and their association with witches and witchcraft is legendary. They're spotted hyenas, and all in all, they have a very bad name. But do they really deserve it? This much maligned animal is found throughout most of Africa south of the Sahara, and in particular it thrives on the open savanna grasslands that man has not yet taken over. Hyenas may not be the most appealing of creatures at first sight, but given a chance, they do reveal a more attractive side, including a very remarkable and regimented social system. It's the females that dominate hyena society, as we'll see. The female in front is generally slightly larger and stronger than the male, but otherwise the two sexes look very similar. There's no denying that hyenas have fearsome jaws and teeth. They're carnivores and related to the cat family, the civet and the mongoose. But over the years they've evolved many dog-like features, and if their lifestyle resembles any species, it's probably the wolf. Like wolves, hyenas are really hunters, not just scavengers as people have thought for so long. Female hyenas have a den site where they raise their young. It's a communal den, though each female suckles only her own offspring. The half-grown hyenas wander around the den like young teenagers, waiting for something to happen. The presence of the large females at the den is vital. It protects the small cubs from attack by outsiders like lions and other hyenas too. Occasionally, male hyenas take youngsters. A male generally stays away from the den site and only approaches it very nervously. Even the youngsters can make him retreat because they're backed up by the powerful matriarchs. But away from the den, males and females greet each other, as do all hyenas, with a show of submission and trust, exposing the most vulnerable parts of their bodies. Hyenas are competitive animals and literally armed to the teeth. Gestures like these reduce aggression and give hyena society its cohesion and order. In addition to their great range of body language, hyenas have a very large and eerie vocabulary of whoops, cackles, and moans. A male makes a fawning approach to a female in courtship. Courtship is rarely observed in hyenas, let alone filmed, and their mating calls and rituals have seldom been recorded. The hyena repertoire includes more than 20 different calls. Sound is important because the animal is largely nocturnal. The best-known call is the whoop, one of the classic sounds of Africa. Roughly, it means, "I'm here, is there anyone else about?" A contact call that allows hyenas to keep in touch with other members of their group, or clan, as it's called. There are up to 80 hyenas in a clan. They know each other individually, and together they defend a territory of around 20 square kilometers. Every so often, members of the clan gather together and go on a border patrol along the territorial boundary. They cover great distances with their tireless, effortless, lolloping gait. When they move around their territory as a clan patrol, they're putting on a show of strength to intimidate the neighboring clans. If the clan members see a hyena that isn't one of them, they send it packing. This particular skirmish was very mild, but hyenas can fight with all the violence of gang warfare. They regularly kill and get killed during boundary patrols and disputes. The clan is protecting more than just a piece of ground. It's also safeguarding its hunting rights. Prey can be almost anything from a mouse to a small giraffe, but the quarry is normally wildebeest, zebra or gazelle. The clan pauses every so often along the boundary to mark particular spots with scent and droppings. The smell from these patches is pungent, and in African folklore is thought to be the smell of oil spilt by witches. People known to be witches are said to ride hyenas at night, carrying oil lamps to light their way. Oil from the lamp spills out when the witches halt their hyenas in these areas. Incidentally, to protect oneself against witchcraft in Africa, the standard practice is to rub hyena flesh into small cuts on one's arms. The ghoulish hours of witches and hyenas are roughly the same. Hyenas go out hunting at night between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m., and then in the darkness before dawn. But like all opportunists, they'll take advantage of a situation whenever and wherever it arises. They are highly flexible in their hunting behavior. They may hunt as a pack or as individuals. A zebra foal presents a chance, but there's the mother to cope with as well. Zebras kick and bite viciously, and every hyena fears this. The hyena gives up. Perhaps it'll have more luck working with the pack. In the pack, more than one hyena is usually on the alert. Their hearing is far more acute than our own. In poor light, their eyesight is perhaps 4 or 5 times as keen as ours, and they're very aware of what's going on the surrounding plains. The pack sets out in earnest. a newborn wildebeest. Now there's more than one pack member on the scene, the chances of escape are very slim. The mother can't be everywhere at once, and the milling herds don't help. If a hyena is always ready to dash in and take an opportunity, it's equally prepared to wait all day for one to turn up. Here the hunters hang round a herd of buffalo, which drop their calves every year in this clan's territory. A buffalo mother is a much more formidable adversary than a wildebeest, and the hyenas keep their distance, hoping that the calf will lag behind. With adult buffaloes to help, the calf will make it to the safety of the herd. This time, the hyena's tactics aren't successful. Hyenas spend the small hours of the night hunting, so for them dawn is a time of relaxation. At the den, the mothers rest in the morning sun until their cubs wake up and demand attention. Hyenas don't have a fixed breeding season, and the cubs are looked after for up to 18 months, so there's a great range of sizes and ages at a den. A hyena is born with its eyes open and weighs around 1.5 kilograms. The spotted coat doesn't develop for a few weeks, and the cubs spend much of that time underground in a series of burrows, which are often holes made by aardvarks. They stay down in the protection of the holes while their mothers are away hunting. Hyenas usually have twins. Quite why they're born with black coats isn't known for sure. It may be to camouflage them against the dark earth of the holes, or it may be that black in some way inhibits aggression from adults. But to human eyes, it just adds to their general look of mischief. The cubs live exclusively on a diet of milk. Their teeth are already through, but they're seldom brought meat to eat at the den. As soon as the cubs are 3 to 4 weeks old, they spend more time on the surface with the others. Like all young carnivores, they are highly inquisitive and sniff at everything. They'll soon get to know all the members in the group by smell, sight, and sound. An aardvark is digging nearby. Aardvarks always choose dry sites for their dens, and when they move out, the chances are that the hyenas will use them for their cubs at some later stage. Last year's young find this year's black cubs irresistible playmates. These 10-month-old youngsters are ready to go out with the adults. especially when the clan scavenges from a kill close by. The lions have killed a zebra during the night. Although the pride has had its fill, it's always loath to leave any meat to hyenas. Lions and hyenas are direct competitors, and there's been no love lost between them in the thousands of years that the two have hunted on the African savanna. The hyenas are in a high state of excitement, wanting to get in for the leftovers and yet intimidated by the opposition. The mob is trying to drum up the courage to get in and grab the meat. Most predators prey on different species so that they don't compete. But lions and hyenas have very similar tastes, and the larger predator will kill the smaller if it doesn't get out of the way. There's precious little left on the carcass, but as a matter of pride, perhaps, the lionesses are not going to give it away just yet. The mass hysteria is beginning to get to the lioness. Hyenas demolish a carcass with frightening speed. A skeleton is dismembered in minutes. It's easy to see how hyenas have earned their reputation as scavengers, for they do scavenge regularly in daylight hours, from lions and others. It was only when scientists studied hyenas at night that it was realized they hunted for 80% of their food, and in fact lions often scavenged off them. Those cheek teeth can chop through almost any bone, however thick, even the thigh bone of a buffalo, and the hyena's digestive system is fully equal to its unusual taste for bone. Two lions from rival prides have met at the kill. When rival lions meet, one seldom kills the other outright. But if in a brawl a lion catches a hyena, there is never any such mercy. As far as a lion is concerned, the best hyena is a dead one. It's just a brutal demonstration of superiority. The victim is left for the true scavengers, the vultures, to pick clean. The clan has one member less. But back at the den, the new generation is growing fast. These cubs are over 6 months old now, and the spotted fur of the adult has replaced the black fur of childhood. But nothing has yet replaced their need for milk. Once a year, in August, the clan territory is visited by the migration of wildebeest. They come to eat the crop of red oat grass that grows here. The hyenas are in no hurry to hunt. There'll be thousands of wildebeest coming through, and they can take their time. They move amongst the herds, watching for some sign of weakness. Then they run right into the herds to create a panic, and so cause the slowest individuals to reveal themselves. A wildebeest calf meets its end, to be shared out by the clan. Brutal, some may say, but it's worth remembering that early man may have hunted and scavenged side by side with hyenas in Africa in the same sort of way, before he evolved today's more advanced means of existence. In this case, the hyenas share out the kill with the minimum of aggression. They aren't all hungry. The youngsters are at the hyena township waiting for the adult's return. At a year old, these two cubs are being slowly weaned. They're starting to feed on the carcasses with the adults, but they won't hunt until they're fully grown in a few months' time. Hyena mothers are some of the most devoted and long-suffering parents in the mammal world. This is one of the keys to the success of the spotted hyena as a species. The second ingredient in their success is a highly competitive and yet cooperative society where aggression is tempered by appeasement. They learn the basics of behavior in the den. Later, they'll experience the discipline of the clan system, which defends the resources of the territory against other groups. The final element of their success is their ability to operate both on their own and as part of a group. There are many parallels between hyena and human society, and studying their sophisticated lifestyle may even throw light on our own evolution. If we think that hyenas are little more than ghoulish scavengers, to be dismissed along with witches and witchcraft, then it's maybe the hyenas who have the last laugh.